Good morning, everyone. Happy hump day, Wednesday, midweek pump of sorts. I wanted to share with you guys, I guess in a roundabout way, trying to conserve wood when you're making a handle. There is the dirty little secret in handle making, axe handle making, is the waste that it creates. And there's just no way around. So we're gonna try today to put these thoughts, my thoughts. We might have complete disagreement, which, I'm sure somebody out there is disagreeing with me. This is based in my experience though, and everyone has different experiences. Everyone thinks about things differently. So obviously people are gonna think differently about it. And that's okay. As long as you're nice about expressing your views, maybe shedding some more light or a different way of thinking to it, that's all good. As long as we're moving forward to some other idea. I'm all about that. The anti-positivity, we're not into. Anyway, that said, back to the waste that making handles creates. No more is it evident than in this last tree that came in, the first tree that was cut last fall. Incidentally, I think the newer trees that were gotten this summer are going to start trickling in, which I'm really excited about because that wood is just so primo. But there's maybe 6, 8-ish at the house that are handles, but this tree from last fall, you're looking at the yield from the tree. And then underneath those handle roughs are 3 boards that Harvey and I had to have our conference about, and I told him we were done if he kept cutting them like that because they were coming out quarter sawn, and that's pretty much useless for a handle maker. But those boards I can't use. So that's probably at least another 10 handles in there that the grain orientation is just absolutely horrendous and can't be used. So, which brings me to the general construction or layout of a handle, which we've talked about before. Basically, you lay out your handle however you're going to, and you end up with a big monster handle. Well, just thinking about this logically, if we're ending up with something that's 1 inch thick and 2 inches at the palm swell, that's a lot of waste. And you can see that the width of this palm swell is greatly reduced, and there was a reason for that. This board was that thick, and I split it down the middle so I could get 2 handles out of it. And I ended up with a flatter palm swell. And we'll come back to that later. Meanwhile, in the cutting out of these blanks, that's cull off of each board. And then as we come over to the bandsaw, we've got all of this stuff that's removed. As a cabinet maker, that's pretty unacceptable as far as it's so wasteful. So for now, a lot of handles, we're still going to offer a 2-inch palm swell, but that's going to be a special order. The main handles, the everyday handles, are going to have laminated palm swells. I mean, why wouldn't I get 2 handles out of 1 piece if I could do that? It just makes more sense. Getting more yield out of a board is way better. So let's walk forward to the duplicator. You can see the size blank that's in here. And you can see, we can see that. This is the rough thickness. So on the duplicator, we're talking massive amounts of waste that are reduced to sawdust. And that kind of is what it is. The key to this will be getting my blank small enough, finding that middle ground where the blank is large enough that it will make the right handle, and then you can sand it, and you get, your final sanding gets you down to the final size of the axe and all of that. Anyway, I wanted to bring all of this down to palm swells. So we have this, and we're gonna laminate a palm swell on this, and then we'll shape this bigger. Now, here we have Purple Heart Bloodwood. This is, that's Ipe, that is Babinga, and we have plenty of Osage Orange. We have walnut that is not pictured. We have a few other. We have some hard maple. We have some black locust. Poplar would not be an option. You see the blue tape, that's teak. So we have a lot of choices. Oh, and let's not forget our persimmon, our hunk of persimmon, that Harvey sold me for like a stupid price. So, I could do a lot. I have a lot of choices here. Oh, there's walnut. Yeah, there's a little piece of walnut. It seems to be a trend lately that everybody's going with like this high contrast, thing. And so obviously, if there's a trend, we're going to make our own Casterman trend. Did I say trim? I meant trend. Anyway, if I said trend, then forget that last bit. So I was thinking about this, and I'm like, well, I could go Purple Heart. Yeah, I could go Purple Heart. What's going to happen on the the laminated production models for Casterman handles is we're going to grain match this with hickory. We're not going to screw around. We're going to put some skill into this, and we're going to find pieces of wood that you're really going to have to look to tell that it's a laminated palm swell. So anyway, and we're going to come back to this because I've got to get working on building this Murphy bed. My thought actually came to the physics instead of just aesthetics. That's a 5-pound axe head on the top of that. And the balance point is, you would like to be able to put your finger under here and have it balance out. Well, this is so heavy that it's going the wrong direction. And I thought, it might be a good idea to put the heaviest wood that I have on there to try and bring some balance back to the handle. It's a little bit toe heavy. And the wood, there's two woods that are going to work the best. The Ipe is very heavy and dense, but the wood that's going to really, really shine with this, I mean, you would not believe. This thing probably weighs 40 pounds, maybe even 50 pounds. This is super heavy. So we're going to cut, I'm going to cut, and this will be in another video. We're going to cut like that and then run that through the bandsaw. And that persimmon is going to go on there in the hopes of trying to get that to balance at the bottom part of the eye and the handle. So that's what I got for this morning. Contrasting is nice, but I'm not really that hip on contrasting. I think grain matching is way more skillful. I like things that showcase skill, and then that kind of parlays into, which I've got a whole video waiting to be made on using exotic rainforest woods for axe handles. my opinion, it's a complete waste of time. There's no reason for it other than the fact that you're out of wood or you're bored or you're making a presentation axe, which is okay, but there's a way, like if you want to make a handle out of Purple Heart, I can make a handle out of maple and you would not be able to tell the difference between the Purple Heart and the maple unless you cut the handle and looked on the inside of the wood. So anyway, let's see, Mama Taz, thank you so much for subscribing. 200 subs, we made it last night. And actually, I think one of the subs was like wasn't like a real person or something, but we made 200. So I'll take them off. It's like one of those weird titles on the, on the profile. So I don't know, but we made 200. So woohoo! Anyway, stay pumped this week. I think I probably will do a ripper. I gotta start a saw today. Y'all take care of yourselves. I love you. And we're gonna add some names to the gratitude boards. And I'll catch you soon. See ya.